Undercover Mermaid, what's happening, baby? Laurie, what's happening, baby? I'm gonna wait till a few people get in here, man. I'm sick and tired of this, man. So the title, unconfuse me. Chica, how you doing? Cry babies, what's happening, baby? Kaz, what's up, baby? Say Elmo, Sarah Silva, how y'all doing? Raindrop, Jonesy, thank you all for joining me. Um, I had really say, baby. I had really Benny Keys, baby. Say, hey, Killing, Lila, what's happening, baby? Turn the page. Scouts, Snake Goodness, Mookie, what's up, baby? Look at the split. What's up, baby? Say, man. Hey, man. Oh, man. Golly. Can somebody put my say Lipster? What's happening? Uh, Southern Mama. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, West Virginia. What's up, baby? Stinging the Blues. What's up, baby? Oh God. Leslie B. Cher. Mama Bear. Lil Dev. Gamer Girl. Millie. Somebody. Thank you, Miss Chica. Show appreciate you. I want all of y'all to please keep my homegirl Case K in your prayers. If you know, you know. Nothing serious, you dig? But Zena, how you doing? How you doing? Me too, Scouts. Um, Me too. Wow. Thank you, Crybaby. Thank you. Um, wow. So I I don't know if the YouTube gods love me or if they hate me, but you guys that been here long enough. Hey, Charlene, good to see you, baby. You guys that been here long enough, you know about this phenomenon, right? It's a phenomenon to where you can click onto a stream or a video and you can just scrub, you can just move it, right? Well, today I just I just so happened to just flick on Andrews. And when I flick on Andrews, the YouTube gods, Sarah Beth, thank you for joining us, baby. What had happened was, so the YouTube Spicy Disaster, thank you for joining us. Keep West Virginia in your prayers too. Just a lot of people out here dealing with a lot of stuff. And for that, you gotta stay on the prayers. Crispy Treat, good to see you. Good to see you. Buttercup, baby. What's happening, baby? Say. Somebody put my email here, I'll put it in there. I just can't even call it. But I have to lend an opinion, right? So thank you everybody for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So the YouTube gods, right? The YouTube gods. Thank you, Buttercup. Thank you so much. If you have any information about this scenario or any scenario, true crime, what have you, and if you feel like it's the flavor of something I might like, then please, hey, Bergen, good to see you, baby. Please don't hesitate to go ahead and email me information. If you just want to say hi, say hi. Um, you know, I appreciate and invite all input, right? So Dragon Spirit, how are you, lovely? Thank you, all of you, for joining me. Act right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, anybody that I miss, don't take it personal. Okay. So, we do have a Rosie Cam in the house. She is knocked out off all 4 feet. She don't know if she's coming or going. Um, Miss Opal, what's up, baby? I know. Thank you for your beautiful email. Was it yesterday, the day before? It was really a motivator, right? It was a motivator just to keep pushing. So I do appreciate you. Crybaby, that's a good question. I want to, in my daydreams, believe that the owners caught up with him. Haven't seen him since, so I truly hope that that's what's transpired in the name of those 2 pups. Thank you, Scouts. Thank you. She is, and she will turn her face over here. Well, I guess you can see her face a little bit. Here's her nose. Yeah, she's taking a naughty girl nap time. Artillery, thank you for joining us, baby. You know it means the world to us. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. If I missed you, then I'll try to catch up to you on the back end. Well, there you go. There you go. So YouTube gods, go. All right. So I just happened to, and I'm away from the chat, so I can't even see it now. I happened to just jump in the YouTube. I had some stuff to do at the office. And then when I got done, I came home and I was like, let me see what the tube's got going on. Checked out the tube, and Andrew happened to be live, right? And so, you know me, started doing a little investigating. But before I did that, the YouTube gods bless me or curse me. Again, it's a dual-edged sword, right? So let me just start. If anyone hasn't seen it, this is what I just happened. I mean, I flicked it on and it was right there.
On my community, I posted my daughter's DNA test that shows that she is my daughter.
The receipt she has. Me laying on his feet.
All right. Yep.
Me
laying next to me.
Next to my mother. Me holding his hand. I don't see an issue with that. I'm literally holding his hand and we're watching wrestling.
Now, I want to go so far as to say, and I'm not picking at Andrew. Andrew, after seeing a few things here and there, and we will get to all of them. I've got an hour and a half or so that I could lend to this. I have a obligation at work at 4. So we're going to try to power through this. So the gal here, the young girl,
holding his hand. I don't see an issue with that.
She doesn't see an issue with what she's calling lips proof of inappropriate situations, right? So that I would go so far as to say that this poor child, that her boundaries are either skewed or non-existent, right? And that's a dangerous place in a domestic environment with adults that maybe don't have boundaries or whatever. And so if you guys remember, there's some terms that I have in the past said that I felt like were coined only for the internet, right? Such as gaslighting, deflection, projection. Like it's the things that we take on. And when I say we, I mean just the YouTube community in general. I'm not specifically pointing anyone out or singling anyone out. However, they're the things that sort of emote when you're trying to be manipulative on the internet, right? And so I feel like I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I just feel like I've been lied to, right? I opened up a forum for Andrew one night to come over and talk to me. I felt like I treated him like an adult. I treated him as an equal in terms of being a male that walks the earth like I do. And then the next night, there was a situation over at Ernie's where it was kind of a part 2, but really a kind of a recap of part 1, and then a little more delving into. And now, for whatever reason, I didn't get the context as to why Andrew thought this might be a good thing to put on the internet, right? So boundaries, right? There seems to be potentially an issue with boundaries, and that the young girl is trying to prove that there isn't an issue with boundaries, right? So this is kind of where and you have to imagine, let me set the scene here, right? You've got adults on the opposite side of the camera. Someone's holding this camera like a cameraman, pointing it at this young girl, right? So it's as if there's an audience of adults all staring at her. And if you can imagine, they may be moving their hands and doing different things in order to sort of evoke what patterns or how they want her to speak, right? Is that fair to say? I mean, we can only imagine, right? So moving forward here.
I'm literally holding his hand and we're watching wrestling.
Oh my God, I gave her my phone.
Where's an issue?
Oh, Andrew. Well, if you want to come up, man, I definitely want to give you the opportunity to maybe explain some of these things. And if not, then, I understand. But, I will keep it real with you, Andrew. I feel a little bit like I've been lied to. And I'm not taking it personal. Please don't feel like I'm taking it personal. At this point in my growth and in my sobriety and in my program, part of that is learning to not take things personal, so as to not even go down the trail of creating a resentment, right? I can't have a resentment for you. Thank you, Dragon. I can't have a resentment for you. And if I'm wrong about the holding the cam, then but I do believe wholeheartedly that, thank you, Artillery. I do believe wholeheartedly that there's adults on the other side of the camera and sort of maybe directing with their hands to some degree, right? Thank you, Gamer. So thank you, Scouts. Hey, there's Andrew there. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Chilling. What's up?
So,
Nice
I since I've been back, my aim is to just to keep it real, right? And as I was explaining earlier, I don't know if you heard it. Like I just happened to flick on the tube, and you were live, so I clicked it, and I kind of just scrubbed back, and where I stopped it was this scenario, and I was trying to kind of make sense of what I was seeing. So actually, the part that just played was after the part that comes second, right? So, would you be willing to watch this video with me real quick?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. Now, Munch is Boober, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm trying to piece it all together. Munch is Boober, and Boober is Bella, right?
Yeah, that's my 14-year-old.
Okay, so Boober is Bella's biological uncle or like her street uncle? Which one is it?
Longtime family friend. Like
Jeffy's,
Jeffy is the girl's his uncle, dude who I've known him well over a decade. So.
Okay, fair enough. Now, what was going on here? I would say by the background, this is at Boober's house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, was this video made to go live, or was this a pre-recorded video?
No, it was live.
It was live. Okay.
Yeah, it was live.
Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it, and then we can talk about it when it's only 1 minute and 21 seconds.
On my community, I posted my daughter's DNA test that shows that she is my daughter.
The receipt she has. Me laying on his feet.
All right. Yep.
Me
Laying next to me.
next to my mother. Me holding his hand. I don't see an issue with that. I'm literally holding his hand and we're watching wrestling.
Oh my God! I gave her my phone.
Where's an issue?
Fucking smart ass kid.
You know.
Hey.
Hey.
And this was my idea.
Ah.
This was my idea to have B up here.
Now, I'm just going to go ahead and play it all the way through. That's at 30 seconds.
He
Oh,
licked my forehead.
child abuse.
She has a right to defend.
I have a right to defend myself.
I licked her forehead. Child abuse.
He did lick my forehead.
Child abuse.
Lips has no receipts.
All the information that Lips supposedly has is from over a year ago, which has already been turned into CPS and unfounded. I have the letters.
Yeah.
And really, this part is inconsequential at this point.
Oh yeah, I know that. I watched it as soon as it hit.
And you know, I do want to say, you know, Andrew, that this isn't to bash you, right? I want to be very clear about that. This isn't to bash you. It's to, you know, kind of maybe get a sense of what's going on, because I'll be honest with you that I felt a little bit led astray. And so I asked Google, you know, what was their what's Google's sensibility on the issue, right? And it said a child's face is generally considered inappropriate and a breach of personal boundaries and can have health and psychological risks. I think we can all understand the health issues of spreading germs, so on and so forth. However, the psychological risk, right? The psychological risk, and it goes on to say that it is important to respect a child's bodily autonomy and comfort levels regarding physical touch. So sort of the unspoken word that's layered in there is boundary.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you for a second because my 14-year-old licked his face first.
No, yeah, right. I understand.
That is how she is with her family.
Okay.
She bites.
I don't bite.
Stop it, you do bite.
Like she's been through enough in her lifetime.
All of this is spiraling out of control because Lips is making false accusations against Andrew, and then she's making up shit about my brother-in-law. The shit that was on my brother-in-law's computer was screenshot conversations from Snapchat of my sister and my daughter. So how is that child pornography?
Well,
it was legitimately a screenshot of a conversation.
okay, and I do have that pulled up here. If
she takes pictures of herself in her bras and stuff like that. Tell me why.
Who's that speaking right there, Ms. Hill?
I don't know who that is.
That's my sister.
That's.
And I just got off the phone with my sister like not even 10 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
This is all shit from almost a year ago. Literally. And Lips in the comments on one thing said that my sister and I agreed not to show up at court and all this and that. Bullshit. We did not agree not to show up at court. We agreed to go to court. The last court date, my sister didn't answer the phone call because she's in a different state, so they had to call her. She didn't answer the call because she was still sleeping.
Okay.
So the court case was dropped because she has no legal standing when it comes to my child because she is my child.
So if I could ask Ms. Hiltz, it was an actual physical court date for you. You had to show up in the court, and then she was going to be zoomed in.
Yes.
What was the court here proceeding for?
Custody. She tried to take custody of my 14-year-old.
Gotcha. Okay. So when you were speaking with her about going to court, I guess the night before or sometime prior to the actual day of the proceedings, how was your guys's demeanor towards one another? Was it resentful? Was it upbeat?
My sister and I were perfectly fine.
So you guys are perfectly fine.
My sister and I came to an agreement prior to going to court.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to court simply for the legal mediator.
Okay. So what, if I can ask, what was the probable cause for the court to even go so far as to set a hearing to determine?
Because in New York State, that's what they do. If someone files court papers, you end up with a court date, especially if it's family court.
So even if she had no legal standing to take the
Yes.
child, okay.
Just like my mother could take me to court at any given time and say that she wanted custody of my kids, even though grandparents' rights no longer exist in New York.
Okay. Now, can we take a step back really quick? So the licking, I understand that she did it first. How did you feel when you saw Andrew lick her back? And the second part of the question is that sort of an ongoing behavior?
Yes, I lick my child's face. My child licks my face. It's just something we've done.
Okay.
I have a comfort thing.
Yeah.
It's literally a family. It's literally only family.
Okay.
Like, that's how we all horse around.
So, Ms. Hiltz, how long have you been in a domestic relationship with Andrew?
Andrew and I have been back together going on 6 years.
6 years. So, and Bella is 14.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
But
So,
Andrew and I were together previously. Obviously, our daughter is 12 years old.
Okay.
So Andrew and I were together originally when Bella was like a year and a half old.
Okay.
And then we split for reasons. And then we were separated for 7 years. And then we got back together in 2020.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
So, right here, and of course, this is just Google.
Yeah, I saw all that. I don't care.
You don't care.
Okay.
Don't mind.
There's my child. There's nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly safe. She's healthy. She's She's happy. I don't give a shit about what Google has to say.
No, and I understand. Shoot, a lot of times, even myself, I've looked things up on Google, and I know the answer to be incorrect just to kind of see what the Google would say. Do you feel like down the road that potentially maybe this what I would say appears to the public, right, to be sort of a lapse in boundary? Do you feel that may affect Bella down the road in any way?
No.
Like with potential partners or whatnot?
My daughter's a lesbian. So no, I don't think she's going to have an issue.
Okay.
Thanks, babe. Because the whole world needs to know our daughter likes.
I don't care.
Thanks.
At this point, I'm done with it. I'm done
Thanks.
with all of it. My kids are not abused. My kids are fed. My kids have clothes. My kids have a roof over their head. My kids are happy.
Okay.
So,
But it took them a long while to be
Just
this
outed
happy.
YouTube.
So
No, I understand. Anytime you mesh families,
frustrated. I apologize.
no, and I don't. I'm not taking it as anything more than just frustration. I get it. It's just to the outside world. I think that you can empathetically understand how it looks, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Listen, just like a lot of the stuff that my sister said in messages
Uh-huh.
to Mama Bear, Lips, anybody she talked to, my sister is also a pathological liar. So you have to take what my sister says with a grain of salt. And you
Does
gotta
your
talk to other
sister
people
have
involved.
a legal history?
My sister is bipolar schizophrenic.
Does she have a criminal history?
I mean, for a couple of fights,
Fights.
With-
Okay.
but that was all like juvenile shit.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to share one more. Well, there's a kind of a series of videos, and I know that you've seen them before, but these are like I just listened to the first 5 seconds of them and then went to the next one. So I haven't listened to any of these, and I give you my full honesty. Haven't listened to any of these at all. So if maybe we could go through and clear it up. And again, like I always like to give the people I'm interviewing, I always like to give them the opportunity with no shade or with no ill feelings or thoughts. But if there's something you don't want to answer, you don't have to at all. And I think you probably know that, but I just want to let you know that here with me, that's perfectly acceptable. If you don't want to answer something, you just say, I don't feel comfortable answering that, or move on, or whatever. Right. So So this is going to be your sister talking, right? And to get a little bit of clarity, who is your sister talking to?
I'm not sure 100% who she was talking to.
Jessica Matters and Casey Jordan.
Because she has, listen, I've seen screenshots for days of the lies. At one point, Mama Bear believed that my daughter was her daughter. Like, the lies were ridiculous.
Okay. And we might pin that there and then circle back to that.
My sister was 11 years old when my daughter was born.
Okay.
For real.
All right. Fair enough. So this is some sort of allegation against Eric.
I've heard it all. It's literally, this was all brought to the light last year.
So this is not new stuff to the internet?
No, this is not new at all. Benny, not even close.
Benny,
Mama Bear covered it all.
Yeah, well, Benny, Ericon went out and got a new phone, and he gave it to Bella. He didn't factory reset it or anything. He just said, "Here you go," and then all his shit was still on that phone. So when she was taking pictures and shit like that, it obviously was linked up to his email because he was still attached. His shit was still attached to that phone. So
Google backup automatically. Same
so
shit.
it all backed up into his shit, and he was going through his shit, and he found that, and then he sent it all to us, and then instantly deleted it from his shit.
So inadvertently, he was sort of bottlenecked. He was not. Go ahead.
Inadvertently, he was letting parents know that this should not be sent to anybody. Period.
He intercepted
a child.
No, listen, and it was all screenshots. That's what nobody's getting. It was legitimately all screenshots that my daughter took of her conversation with her aunt and with her aunt's boyfriend.
Yeah. And
literally, that was all it was.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get into my Google Photos and send them to you so you can fucking show them again.
Yeah. But no, but what it was is he went into his Google Drive looking for something that he something that he needed for whatever, and he saw those, so he sent them to us and said, "Yo, you need to take care of this," because he's like, "I can't." And then he come over the next day and he factory reset the whole fucking phone. He's like, "I can't be having this shit in my computer and shit like that, and she should not be sending that shit to anybody."
Okay. Quick question: I have an iPhone, but so when I take pictures, screenshots, what have you, even if I'm emailing screenshots to myself, or if someone else emails me imagery, it just stays locked in to the Gmail. You have to bounce it over to the Google Drive itself, right?
He had it set up with there's an option on Androids where you could just have it straight sent to the Google backup, to your Google Drive, or your cloud, or the cloud, or whatever the fuck it's called these days. But there's an option to turn that on to where every picture and shit, you can send it straight there. So that way you're not bogging up your phone's memory.
Okay.
And he turns it on all of his phones because he backs it up to his 1 terabyte fucking computer.
Okay. So he factory reset the phone.
Yes, because it was originally his phone.
But it also backs up to his 1 terabyte computer, right? So there's essentially two different sets of the same thing.
Right, but as soon as he turned around, he disconnected his stuff from that phone. At the next day, after he sent us everything, he deleted all the shit out of his PC, and after he sent it to us, and then came over the next day and disconnected everything from that phone itself.
Now,
fucking 20 minutes.
Fair enough. That's a fine explanation. However, right, here comes the but. However, you do understand that you understand the implications, right?
Oh yeah, I understand it, but he was just being an uncle looking out for a niece. Like, why is this here? What the fuck? And then he instantly gets a hold of us because we don't approve of any of that shit going on. And then she got grounded.
She was taking photos of herself. Who do you know? And I guess it's inconsequential.
I believe it went to the aunt and boyfriend, right? Just her aunt.
Okay. And
and it all hell broke loose here.
She got very grounded for that.
Yeah, she lost internet privileges. I took the fucking phone for a month. So
Okay.
she lost everything due to one we don't play that game.
Okay.
Like,
and
we give them free will with a lot of shit, but when you cross certain lines, we don't play that.
right. Okay.
Yes,
Now, also
because my kids are sick. It's that time of year my kids get sick. Sorry. Okay, that's why they're not in school at this moment. They're fucking sick. Holy damn! Nobody's kids get sick.
So that behavior with the phone and the self-imagery, those things have that's no longer no longer an issue, right?
No, it's not. No, Lips is digging and jabbing wherever the fuck she can because she does not want to admit to what she has done. So she's going to try to bury me in minds because she does not want to admit to her half of that dark web fucking conversation. She wants that part to go out the window and everybody to forget.
What I want to do really quick is I just want to do a really quick poll with the people here because I know there's a lot of people here. There's 208 people. A lot of people here have watched a lot of your content for quite a long time. Put a 1 in the chat, please, if you've seen any of these videos prior to today. Put a 2 in the chat if this stuff is new to you. And let's just hold on. Let's give everybody just a chance. 1 if you've seen these things before. 2 if you have not. So Suzanne's seen it before. Two. Beverly's seen it before. Ryan and Justin.
Anywhere. Lips has nothing. She's grasping at straws.
Charlene's seen it before. No, you're okay. Talk. 2. Okay, I fall into the 2 as well. I've not seen these things, so
no, because these were conversations that she recorded while the wife and Stephanie were beefing. Okay, that sister. While the sisters were beefing, this phone call was taken during that time. None of this shit's new. None of it. This is all old shit she's putting out there as new to get shock and awe and bullshit.
Thank you for your contribution, Cher. You know it means the world to us. Cher says, Andrew, why did Andrew tell Casey that she could have him put in prison?
She can't have him put in prison.
Well, I mean, fair enough. But like, what was the scenario that would cause her to make that comment to you in the beginning?
Because she's afraid. Because she's running to Cher and whoever else will listen because she can't hit the live button on her own. Because it just all, like I said, all this shit started because she can't own up to her half of that conversation about the dark web.
Okay, and again, we're gonna get to that part. So, thank you, Miss Persevere. It's great to see you, love. Please email me when you have a second, or text me and let's chat.
And there's a lot. And listen, a lot of people here, from people she's known longer than me, are telling you she's a bull-faced ass liar.
Hey, Nikki.
And so, as much as Nikki has Nicolina has no right to stand up here and say anything. Nicolina's known her longer than I have, and she's telling you right here, fucking Lips is a fucking liar straight up.
Okay. So,
and Nicolina's known her longer than I have.
Okay.
And again, Nicolina, I apologize. I'm sorry. I should not have brought up anything about your past. I'm sorry again.
Yeah. So let me just go ahead and skip to, and we'll circle back to this. Well, actually, one other.
My daughter, my youngest,
24-hour notice.
That there is 24-hour notice. That was the day I caught him fucking around with my boiler. And to my tenant's rights, it's 24-hour notice.
When was this video taken? This summer?
Fucking over the summer.
Okay. So we had a quick cold front.
a week after that video was done. A quick cold front. Now, I went 3 days without heat during that quick cold front because I thought my thermostat was broke. But the day that this was taken, I didn't realize he shut my fucking boiler off. And by tenant rights, he's not supposed to do that without notifying the fucking tenants.
It wasn't the boiler, it was the furnace.
Oh, sorry, the furnace, not the boiler.
Furnace had to be relit because it was fucking
Truth hurts. Thank you for your contribution, sweetheart.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I get them mixed up between
No.
furnace and
get it.
boiler. They're basically the same fucking thing to me.
Okay, so are you financially in good standing with this man here? It's none of my business. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. I'm just asking the question.
Sure.
Okay. You're in good financial standing with him. Okay. Moving forward.
Well, I got to tell you, he's losing the house.
Do what?
He's losing the house.
So does that put you at risk of having to make a move?
Already did. Both apartments got to be out by the end of the month.
And you've already secured the next spot?
Temporarily, yes.
Okay.
Tell them that you have less again, really?
When was this right here?
That was the same time as the first one. And it even states in this that we weren't notified of it. That she did not notify us that she had critters, or we would have taken care of them.
And this is Bella, right?
No, that's my fucking then 11-year-old.
Is this the one with the scar on her head?
Kids get head
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And everybody knows you go to public school, shit happens. You get the shit. When parents get notified, they handle the shit, and we do. We got that shit on backup because my kids used to go to we're in a different town, and their schools are basically called Head Lice Central.
Yeah, I know there's a few schools here. It just seems like it doesn't, not here where I'm at, but in the Dallas area, the Dallas metro, that it just seems like they can never fully get rid of them.
No, but yet again, if I looked it up, they go to clean hair. So I take it as, okay, they're nasty little fucks that are difficult to get rid of, but they go to clean hair. So, okay, your hair's clean, congrats. Now we just got to go through it, clean it out of these things, and you're fine. And I mean, as soon as that was done, after we got notified about that, it was taken care of within the next 2 days.
Okay.
And she was right back to school doing whatever. We take care of it when we know about it. We can't take care of something if we don't know about it. Because it's not like I go through her hair every day of the week. I mean, personal space, bro.
Yes,
and my 12-year-old isn't as affectionate as the 14-year-old. My 12-year-old likes her space to the point to where you even go in a room that say, hey, it's dinner time, you get yelled at.
Right. So let me ask you this. The aunt that the pictures were being sent to, the inappropriate pictures were being sent to, and her boyfriend, is that Mrs. Hilt's sister that was trying to take custody?
Yes. Basically, all this is a smear campaign from Lips, like it was from from my wife's sister when they first came about over a year ago.
Where does your wife's sister, is she in the New York area?
No, she's in the Texas area, sir.
Gotcha. So that takes me back to this one here.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Has Lips been in contact with the with Miss Hilt's sister?
Recently?
Ever?
That phone call when the shit between my wife and her sister was going on, and after that, I'm not sure. I think when was the last time?
24-hour notice.
Sorry.
Just the other day.
Delete the property.
Hold on, I'll tell you what day it was.
Hold on, the wife will come tell you.
Okay.
She
So-
talks to her sister. I don't. Some things I cannot forgive. I have a very hard time doing, and the shit she pulled with trying to pull Bella from my home. I still got a grudge over
Okay,
that.
hold on.
No, I understand.
But no, she's gonna let you know here in a second.
Because
I'm gonna
Lips
go get
blocked
coffee.
her.
Lips blocked her.
Okay. So I just want to make one comment.
Trying to understand it.
And it's in regards to Ericon. Now I think that all of us here, Miss Hiltz, Mr. Hiltz, and myself, I think we can all understand that, Ericon has come to the internet and done some real creepy things, right? And he said some creepy things. He's been involved in some situations, that he has knowledge of, such as, the Jose's phone, different things, right? The whole in the basement Summer Wells bag with the blood in it. And so I guess what I'm trying to relay to you is just in my opinion, no one else subscribes to my opinion other than me, right? In my opinion, what I'm trying to grapple with is I'm trying to find the standard of Erickon's restraint, right? He shows publicly that he has little restraint with things that he'll publish on the internet, but now I'm to believe that he has a restraint when it comes to pictures that he has access to, and that's it, right? Like it's
no,
not,
he has restraint, a lot of it, but with his mentals, it's sometimes he has moments to where there's no restraints, no nothing.
right.
But
So you understand my concern with. Go ahead.
The last time my sister talked to Lips was Tuesday.
Okay.
And Tuesday, Lips blocked her because my sister told her the bullshit she's pulling is exactly that bullshit. And trying to use something that happened almost a year ago is just going to cause more drama that's not needed.
Okay. Now to make a differentiation, the pictures were being sent to just your sister, or your sister and a separate phone of her guy friend?
No, just my sister.
Okay.
And it wasn't even the picture that they're talking about was in a screenshot of my sister's conversation with my daughter.
And not imagery of your daughter in a bra or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It was just actually the picture in the screenshot was of my sister and my daughter sitting on the couch with my sister's dog.
So it was merely just the content of the conversation that got her grounded?
No.
Okay.
It was the fact that she was talking to a grown man that she doesn't personally know and I didn't personally know. I didn't know my sister's boyfriend. She up and left state to go be with this dude.
Your sister did?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'm sorry, but no grown-ass man belongs talking to a 14-year-old if they don't know them. Plain and simple.
Let's get back to what Ericon deleted from his phone in the drive.
All he deleted was screenshots of the conversations.
Yep.
Literally.
Okay, so can we...
where my mix-up is, because that's the same time we found... Okay.
Found what?
Kids being kids on pictures.
Okay, so where were the pictures going?
Nowhere.
They were in my daughter's phone.
They were just in her phone. They went nowhere. They were saved on the phone.
I now have it so that anything that happens on either one of my children's phones, tablets, laptops, all comes to me.
Yeah,
directly.
So at this point, Ericon had already removed himself from access to these pictures your daughter would take to his drive.
He came over next day. He just took and
he changed the password.
Everything.
He changed the password to his email so that it would disconnect from the phone that my daughter currently still has.
Yep.
And the phone was factory reset.
Yep.
So if he does a factory reset, why would he need to change his passcode? Just asking.
He changed his password before he made it over here to
Gotcha.
help us factory reset the phone. Because we had to have his PIN, the way he had it set up to factory reset the phone, you have to have their personal PIN to the person that owned the phone previously to factory reset it.
Yeah. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to ask you another question, which you may not even know the answer to, but if he at some point during the factory reset motion may have said something, what was his reasoning for not having reset the phone before giving it to Bella initially anyways?
Because it wasn't given to Bella. It was given to Andrew.
Yeah.
And then Bella's phone broke because Bella had another phone.
It was given to me.
I bought both my kids' phones. They had the A14s. Okay. Bella dropped hers on the way to school and completely shattered the screen, so she needed a new phone.
Nikki. Okay.
Because I track my children using Life 360 because they walk to and from school.
Gotcha. Okay. It's just my mind is so fantastical that when I hear things, I'm flooded with, like walking myself through how these actions or these events physically happen. So
If Evan had been giving the phone directly to Bella, he would have already factory reset it, but he was giving it to Andrew.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I got a bad collection of holding on the phone.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Makes sense, I guess. So
I'm a fucking hoarder.
when the younger child contracted, and I'm only asking you because these things some kind of way made it to Lips. Now, were these things sent directly?
It's stuff that my sister sent to Lips. That's exactly what that is. Like I already said.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is all old shit.
Okay.
I didn't know that my youngest had head lice, but when I found out she did, guess what? She was treated. Her hair was cleaned out, and she was back to school within 2 days.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't mess around when it comes to that shit.
Yeah. Fuck all that.
Okay. So while I have you here, Miss Hiltz, let me ask you a question. What is your interpretation of the whole dark web thing?
I don't know, and I don't give a fuck.
Lack of better words.
I don't care to know anything about the dark web. None of it. I don't care.
So okay, and I guess the reason I ask, and
if Lips didn't want people to know that she was talking about it, maybe she shouldn't have been on my husband's live talking about it. Plain and simple.
So, but in all fairness, Andrew takes accountability for his half. So
yes, I know he does. And that's what started all of this, because she doesn't want to own up to her part of that conversation. Well, honey, it's already on YouTube.
So I guess the reason why I ask you what is your interpretation is because let's just for a moment, let's just in theoretics, let's theoretically say that would you feel like some of the women who the story goes, their kids' pictures were put on the dark web?
I promise you, if I found out that someone put my kids' stuff on the dark web, I'd be in prison. Guarantee it.
So I guess saying that, then you can understand why some of these other women feel the same exact way as you, right?
Oh, no, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Perfect. But this all started because she won't own up to something that's already out there on YouTube, because she was on the fucking live talking about it.
Okay.
If you can't own up to what you said, don't go on people's lives talking. Plain and simple.
So.
But I do all this without you knowing, right?
I'm just over it. I got to call my sister back.
Okay, go call your sister. But listen, dude, I can't even sit down and have my own personal private time without being 21 questions by my wife. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'll give you this much. I think that most of the time that's a fair assessment. And then I can say, as little as I've watched, I have heard you ask her about, chat, or maybe she's moderating and things while you're live.
Yeah, she's got a wrench. But you also have to understand, everything that I have on my computer, my phone, my tablet, she has access to through her computer, her phone, her tablet. I can't get away with fucking murder when it comes down to anything I do on the internet or emails or anything, because she has straight up access to all of it.
Okay.
I mean, if I want to go have some adult time in the bathroom when my kids are at school, I get 21 questions about it. Because it's like, oh, what are you doing watching this and that? It's like, bitch, what the fuck?
What do you mean adult time in the bathroom?
Well, you get that itch. When you get that itch, and you got to go rub one out once in a while.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm trying to be a little
big boy poop.
But, it's one of those things. I hide nothing from my wife.
Fair
at
enough.
all. Like, okay. I'm set up where I purposely set up my whole computer setup within earshot of my wife.
Okay, fair enough.
So, whether or not she's listening is a different story, but if I go over a line she don't like, she yells at me.
Okay. So, just so I can get a little context, who is the pink?
Huh?
The pink here, is that you?
That is me. Yes.
Okay, so the connotation of it.
I was gonna go borrow some money from my brother, and I was gonna click one of the links that I went over on Ernie's and talked about, and load up the dark web right there. A how-to tutorial on it, so that way those who don't know can do it the legal way and figure it out so they know whether or not their kids are all over it. And then I decided not to.
So you know how to get on the dark web?
No, I don't. I just know what Google tells me.
Okay. So I received some information that there was potentially a character that came into one of your discussion areas some time ago, whether it was 4 or 5, 3, some days ago. And this gentleman spoke about having had contact with Lips about setting up something called a BitTorrent. Are you familiar with what a BitTorrent?
No, because the way it's put in my chat, setting up a torrent. I'm like, are they talking about a bit? Like I said, a BitTorrent where you can go download what I'm from the early ages of downloading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where my mind goes. But it came up in one of my chats, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
A BitTorrent can be used the other way, not just to download, but to upload too, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's how you access shit from like Pirate Bay and shit like that.
Okay. So.
But that's a 50-50 shot either way. It's either you're getting your video or you're getting something else.
Okay. So
I learned that a long time ago. When people say, when I went out and said I watched a snuff film, it's because I went to go download a movie thinking it was the movie, and I wound up with that, and then I deleted it out of my computer. Because it's a 50-50 crapshoot on whether or not you're getting the movie you want, a porn video, or something else.
Okay.
And it even tells you what before you even download it, you are taking a risk of not retrieving the video you want.
Now let's get into that really quick, and I'm not gonna browbeat you down to the ground about it. So you downloaded this snuff film. Did you watch? So you did watch it, right?
I skimmed through it because I used to download movies. I used to pirate movies, download them. That was my little hustle back in the fucking high school days. Okay, that was my hustle. Burning DVDs and burning CDs was my hustle. Okay,
fair enough.
So I went and after I download a movie, I will skim through it to make sure the lighting's good, the voices are on point, and the sound is good. And then it comes down to, okay, I'm going to skim through, watch a few minutes here and there. And when I went to go download a movie, it was not the movie I was looking for. So I deleted it, and I went back and clicked a different one, and it was good. I mean, those are risks you take when you are pirating movies.
How did you feel watching the snuff film?
I thought it was honestly a rated R movie, and then I kept skimming through it, and I'm like, no. So I got rid of it. So I'm like, that's not what I think that is. I'm getting no.
I mean, but emotionally and physically, like, was it revolting?
I thought it was a bit gross, yes, but I also look at that type of thing in a whole different light than most. I'm I'm basically got no feelings towards it. Like,
right.
It's like, okay, that's gross. I'd say, okay, that's disgusting and nasty, but it's like, to me, I have no feelings towards it because I'm impartial to it. It's like, okay.
I mean, I can relate to you because, with my line of work, I see a lot of awful things, and, it just doesn't, you can't let it bother you. However, in terms of this film, so it made you feel a certain way. You thought it was disgusting, which to me kind of tells me that it was a legitimate snuff film, right?
Well, by the looks of what little bit I did see of it, that's how I took it. But like I said, I deleted it and I got rid of it. And this was back in the day. Like, because, like I said, when you're pirating on the internet that's still semi, that's still growing every day, you don't get what you expect to get.
Okay.
DK, what is your line of work?
I'm in the funeral business.
So
I do a lot of different things, pickups, ME runs, just a lot of.
Listen, I've seen his pictures. I've seen his pictures. He's done good. He's doing better for himself. I'll give him that.
just to speak just momentarily about the rant. Good to see you too, Dolly. I heard you had some health issues. I hope you're doing better. So just the legal ramifications. Even though you download a film and it's not what you thought it was going to be, you know that there is definitely, not potentially, but definitely a legal ramification if you were to have been caught with that film, right?
Yeah. Shit,
Okay.
I could have done a lot of, listen, I could have gotten in a lot of trouble just by doing what I was doing in general. But
Hey, Mark, good to see you.
that would have made it 30 times worse. But like I said, I got so used to downloading a movie and then checking it over. It's like, okay, this isn't what I wanted, and just insta deleting. So at this point in time, it was like, okay, this isn't it. Get out of my computer. Next. But this is when I was like I said, when I was in high school. So, I mean, the shit wasn't that difficult to delete, get rid of, and it wasn't that difficult to re-download something. Nowadays, it's like you delete it, then you got to go over here to fucking instantly delete it. It's a pain in the ass these days.
Okay, so that was the only time when you say that you could download things and they weren't what they're supposed to be. You've only downloaded one thing that actually was to this, to a nature of that extent, right?
Yeah, everything else is porn. I think that was the only time that I got something like that from my memory, and it was either, and then it went from the movie or porn. Because I had a notebook back in the day. I don't have it now. That where I'd write down like the ending, the last three digits. The last three letters of the file. So I knew which ones to. Okay, if it ends with this, these three letters, it's going to be what I need. If it ends with these three letters, it's a 50-50 shot.
But
so.
and I'm sure at this point, hey, Mark, thanks for becoming a member, sir. You know, it means the world to me. You do. Thank you, Mark. You understand how it could be problematic to even be fishing in a fish, so to speak, fishing in a hole where things like that are also in there. So if there's snuff films, then there's probably CSAM. There's a host of different
things. I said, back in the day, it was 50-50 shot on what you got. And I only wound up with normal adult porn or the movie, and only one time I wound up with a film like that.
Okay. So let's move forward to this.
Shut up, Gabe.
Okay, so do you I know you remember because you were part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Lips, when she talked about putting photos on the dark web or however the conversation went, she essentially absolved you of any wrongdoing, so to speak, with that scenario with the dark web, right?
Yeah. So she went back. But my biggest, yes, she did. She said I had nothing to do with it.
She said you had nothing to do with it, right?
With that particular comment or with the dark web thing. But I turned around and I said I did have something to do with it because it was on my channel and it was a conversation between you and I. So that means I'm directly involved with what you're saying.
Right. You're exactly right. So right here, when you say to her, now this is you and her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
when I say that there, it means I was going to pull up my YouTube on a live. Well, not my YouTube. I was going to pull up my Google on a live, and I was going to see about legally getting into it and showing people how to do it legally to see if their shit was on there, because they were asking me questions I don't honestly have answers to.
Let me ask you this. So if it was going to be a fact-finding mission and you were going to see if the lady's kids' pictures were there, how do you go about, what are the keywords for the search to find if
dark web? That's all I did.
No. I mean, you were going to, because what you said was you were going to go on the dark web and see if these pictures that are being spoke of were there.
I'd have to figure it out. It would be one of those figure it out as you go things.
But so if you have Lips right here where you can message her privately like this, for you to go look for yourself, does that mean that you didn't believe that she didn't put them there? I still don't believe that she didn't.
I mean, if you go back and watch that clip for
Say
the
that one more
100th
time. So you
I-
simplify it for me. Like you believe
I don't know if he did or
it could
didn't,
be.
but as a parent, I don't want to take that chance. I take a lot of chances. I get that, but I don't want to take that chance. If my girls' shit is up there, bro, it's World War 50.
So it's World War 50. Now let's step back a little bit because in our first rendezvous over on
I
my
wasn't
channel,
going to go after Lips. I wasn't going to
you
attack
said
her.
fair enough.
I
In the
wasn't,
first
but when she
rendezvous,
put out what she said, I got pissed and I was done.
but in the first rendezvous, what you said was, and not verbatim, but paraphrasing it, was that it wouldn't bother you if you knew your kids' pictures were there because that's the risk that you take using social media. But now
Well,
you say that it would be World War 50.
Because you know what? I had time to mull over it. Okay.
You
And
processed it.
yeah.
Okay,
And it wasn't just like it wasn't just like throwing at me just right then and there. I had time, like I said, I had time to sleep on it. And it's like, bro, that was some stupid ass shit to say. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And it was like, no, I'm not having that. Like,
Okay. So,
but I'm telling you, listen, I would not have started questioning conversations and things that Lips have said over the years if she didn't make that accusatory fucking comment that is 110% not true.
fair enough.
And
So-
I fought with it. And listen, I said I wasn't going to speak for Lips. I wasn't going to go after Lips. Period. And then she popped out with that bullshit, and I was done. Like, fuck you. Now I'm going to question you on all the conversations we had, everything. I got questions. I want to know why the first thing in your mind when you're battling with somebody, it's the dark web. I want to know why.
So let me just gather my thoughts here. So while this thread is here, right?
Yep.
You're saying now when you say to her it's time to do a dark web live, that's you just saying what you said before was that you were going to attempt to go on and you were going to attempt to find these pictures. Now, the dark web, I don't know anything about it, but I'm guessing that the parameters of the dark web are as wide and tall as the regular web, right? So you're talking about
from my understanding of it, okay, from my understanding of it,
it's a big space, right? It's not
the dark
just
web is as big as the internet itself. Basically, you have the internet we use on a daily, and then the dark web, and they're basically twins. As big as long as the regular internet is growing, so will that.
You're fine. Is it set up like sites and all of that stuff?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never been on.
Okay.
But like I said, I mean, at the end of it, I don't know much other than what I see. And the only thing I've really seen about the dark web is, like I said, YouTube mystery boxes.
Fair enough. So moving forward, when you said that you were going to go on there and check to see if some of these women's kids' photos were on the dark web.
Well, I mean, they're over here. They're over here asking if I knew about if their children's or grandchildren's shit was up there. And I can't answer that. So in my mind, I'm over here trying to process how I can put these ladies' minds at ease about their babies, their grandbabies. And I'm over here like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to go and try to see what I can do to try to put their minds at ease. Because I'm getting bombarded left, right, and center and asked if I know if she really has access to all this. And I'm like, I really don't know. I don't have the answer. So fuck it. I'm going to put my ass at risk to try to help these ladies sleep better at night. Because that comment was out of pocket. That whole conversation was out of pocket.
You know, I can tell you this, like there's been a lot of pedo talk, right? When in terms of these photos and dark webs and this and that.
It's a run to.
So when we're talking about people being sent to Lip's house, I don't know if it did or didn't happen. It's not my business. However, she said, you know, there's pedos coming to her house asking for her 4-year-old, and then wherever a theoretic post was made with her address to send pedos there, you got to know where pedos hang out in order to put her address there to send them there, right? That's one. Secondly, to put photos on any web, I don't care if it's dark or if it's the World Wide Web, no matter what it is, you have to know where the site is to put photos, to even think for a moment that it's going to be in front of a pedo that's going to have adult time with it, right? So all of a sudden now we have this feeling or this ideal that is this one site where both of these things could be happening? Is it two different sites? Like, I wouldn't know where to go and be an internet terrorist and put someone's pictures or address on so as that I knew definitively it was going to be in front of a pedo, right? Like, I don't know where those sites are.
The only place I know to do all that is my comment section on YouTube. To be honest, that's where I post all my haterade bullshit. Is right there.
So like, I'm
known for just using YouTube for all my haterade shit. I don't know how to access any of this shit.
So if I process your comment,
I'm going to do a learn all and put my own ass at risk,
right,
for even attempting it. Because I mean, these
if I process your hold on one second. If I process your comment correctly, what I'm to believe from your thread is that you put things in your comments that would be a traffic thoroughfare for pedos?
No, it basically what I mean is where I would go to put anything out, like picture wise or conversational wise, is on my post page. Whether or not whoever's behind the screen name is one of these people, I have no control over. I don't know who's behind each screen name that comes into my live. I don't know what they do behind closed doors. We take that chance every time we hit that live button.
Have you ever had any digital communications with someone that is a convicted RSO?
My brother.
Your brother who?
My brother was one at one point. But he's married. He's married to, listen, it's a whole rigmarole conversation I don't want to get into. But it's not as bad as people think it is.
So what? No, I mean, being an RSO is bad no matter how you paint it. But let me ask you this.
He was put on that list.
Was it for child imagery?
No, he was put on the list because he's white.
Because he's what?
White.
I mean, there's plenty of black, Mexican, Native Americans.
No. He was with a woman that the mother was raised in a different time than we are. And she believed her daughter should only marry within the Hispanic race. And she should be with anybody within the Hispanic race. And
I tell you what, I have dated only Mexican women for the past 20 years. I've never had that issue. Now, I'm not saying that it's not an isolated event.
It doesn't happen. Listen, this is that type of shit that really doesn't happen these days or in the late 90s. This is that old school type shit.
So is it one of those?
It's rarity. It's a rarity, but it does happen.
So is it's like a statutory situation?
No, it was like he's sleeping. He just turned 18. They had a previous. They're maybe like a year or two younger than each other. If that.
Yeah, that's a statutory situation.
And Mama Dukes knew they were together. Mama Dukes knew they were together. Mama Dukes didn't like the fact that they were together, so she purposely waited until he hit 18 and turned him in. So she lied and she laid in wait like a fucking tiger and pounced when she knew she had the chance. Because she knew she couldn't do anything to him because they were both not of legal age yet. So she decided to nail him to the fucking wall when he was of legal age. But they've had 3 kids since then, and they are married as of last year. They got married after a month I did, but they've been together on and off this whole time. So, I mean, take it as you will, but I disowned him.
He was 17 and he was 18?
Yeah. He freshly turned 18 at that time.
So it says here, New York law defines statutory rape as sexual activity involving anyone below 17 years old who cannot legally consent. So if she's 17 and he's 18, by this right here, there should be no issue.
Well, mama made an issue.
Well, I mean, she can't change the penal codes.
Right, but mama made it an issue. I stopped talking to him for years. Like, I ain't even front. I stopped talking to him for years until I overheard the mother admit that she's the reason why he was on the list. And and even to this day, when I see her, she apologizes to him and me for all the bullshit. You can't listen. He moved from New York to Florida. Florida has that once you're on it, you're fucked type deal. And then he moved.
Well, no, because the case comes from where he took a plea or was
he moved
convicted.
to New York. He moved from New York to Florida, and he had to register down there. Florida has that once you're on it, you're fucked. It's an uphill battle. Good luck getting off. But he moved out of Florida back to New York, and New York released him from the registry because he's not a threat, he's not a danger, and he's married and has 3 kids with this woman. So they removed him. He served his time. He's no longer on the registry other than where he's been battling the last 2 years to get himself off, which is Florida. Florida is one of those states, you're fucked, you're fucked. We don't give second chances.
Well, I mean, there's you ever heard of the Wayback Machine?
No.
So the Wayback Machine is a site, or rather it's an organization that is exhibited through a site. What the Wayback Machine does, Andrew, is it takes snapshots of the whole internet, the entirety of the World Wide Web. So even if something is deleted from it, there's still a snapshot, and it's just put into a file folder, right? So you can go back and find anything, even though the site was deleted or he's been taken off the registry in New York or Florida. You can still go back to the Wayback Machine and find just about anything. The only thing that sometimes doesn't stay with the snapshot is sometimes photos or imagery, right? So even if he's taken off the registry, if you know where to look, he's still on the registry, right? Now, I in my opinion, and this is no shade on your brother specifically, but in my opinion, anyone that ever met the probable cause to be on the registry should always be on the registry. Even in the afterlife, they need to be on the registry, right? That's just my opinion.
Well, but I'm saying I agree. I'm not, like I said, I have no control over the situation with my brother. I wasn't around at the time. I don't know. All I know is what I've learned over the years since then. But with New York, after a certain amount of time, you can petition to come off of it. As you know, you can petition to come off of it after X amount of years, and he petitioned to come off of it, and he did. But for the last 2 years, he's been trying to get New York to conversate with Florida to get him off down there as well, because he's no longer on it here. I mean, not everybody gets that, opportunity to redeem themselves and get removed off of that. Once you're on that, you're screwed 99.99% of the time.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of uphill battles and everything else, and a lot of shit you have to prove that you even deserve your case to be looked at twice within the court's eyes.
Right.
So, and it's a lot of fucking money.
And you know these things just because he's told you, or you've researched them yourself?
I've researched some myself, and my brother calls me almost all the time. And
almost all the time.
He'll vent to me about what's going on, the uphill battles he's having with his court issues and shit like that. I mean, I'm his brother. I mean, fuck.
Is he still actively? Is he in trouble again for something?
No, he's not in trouble at all. He's good. He hasn't been to jail in a few years.
For sex-related offenses again?
No. That was for an assault charge.
An assault charge. Okay.
Yeah, him and his next door neighbor. He got drunk one night, and him and his next door neighbor, they were both drunk. They were both fighting. So it was some stupid bullshit with them being drunk, and they got into fights.
Is Beverly a friend of yours?
Beverly, Bev.
Pablo too.
I wish I could see the full name of it. I know a Bev. I know a Bev that comes to my channel. Might be the same one. I'm not used to how they have just the ats now. I'm used to.
Yeah, I know they've got the handles on there.
Yeah, it's fucking weird to me. So I get confused on who's where.
Okay.
But like I said, with states, there is a uphill battle, but there is an uphill battle to even get the court system to look at your case again. But there is a low possibility you could get removed if you're not considered a repeat offender, a violent offender, done everything you needed to do. Shit, there's a whole fucking laundry list, man. You're gonna have to Google that shit. Like, there's a laundry list of shit you gotta do before the courts will even fucking show it to you. Oh, look at you.
Okay.
Yes, my brother is Joshua Hills. No, he is not a perfect person, but you know what? At the end of the day, yes, he's my brother. Do I have any control of what he has done in his life? No. Do I?
Yes, Tog.
Do I look at it like it is what it is at this point? Yes.
Now, Ericon's a blood brother, right?
Huh?
Ericon's a blood brother. Like, y'all washed in the same tub, sat on the same toilet, ate off the same silverware.
Yeah. So is Josh.
Okay.
Josh, Ericon and I are brothers on my mom's side. Josh and I are brothers on our sperm donor side.
Now, your sperm donor
Fuck
does he have to register as well?
No. Nobody even knows who my sperm donor is.
So the guy that's the Hiltz guy, isn't there a Hiltz guy that's on the registry?
There's actually 3 of them on the registry as we talk.
Tell me who they are.
I think Dan. There's a Daniel, I think, and a Joseph, Joseph, and there's another one. I'll have it directly on hand at this.
All kin to you?
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
So let's shift over to Ericon really quick. So when it comes to Ericon is, like I said before, I think the guy is bright. You know, I think he passes off when he's on his A game as being intelligent. However, some of the stuff with Summer Wells and with was her name Susan Arndt? Arnett? Yeah. So some of the stuff that came out, you know, all during that time was like, wasn't distasteful. Like, being distasteful is calling somebody an MFer or, you know, a pedo if they're not one. Like, that's distasteful. Like, some of that stuff that Ericon has put out is like, even someone like me who is desensitized to a lot of things in life, right? Like, that some of that stuff was kind of troubling, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, he says a lot of fucking dumb shit when he's off his A game. A lot. And I just looked at it like, okay, just more bullshit.
Okay.
Because I grew up with him and everything else. He's my brother, and obviously. But, you know, it's just, at this point, it's like he has good days and he has bad days. And I'm thankful there's more good than bad these days.
Yeah, I would agree, right? I mean, that's the ideal of saving yourself from yourself. I want to look back at this again just really quick, because your wife had made a comment earlier.
You know.
Hey. And this was my idea.
She said that she licked you first, when in fact she did. She did lick you first.
Okay, so there's a Bill of Francis and a Joseph on the registry with the same last name as me, but I'm not related to any of them.
So, in terms of the ideology that Miss Hiltz has, and I'm not downing her or shading her, but it's like, if somebody stabs you and then you stab them back, right? Or if somebody punches you and then you punch them back, or you're punching each other at the same time, whatever it is, like, to return the favor isn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even if one of my children looked me on the face, I'd be like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And so this, just when I saw it, it's a little bit hard to digest, right?
For some. I mean, it's not your, what a lot of people would call conventional, but It's just how the child is. It's just something weird. That's it. It's all it is. It's something weird. There's nothing more, nothing less about it. There's no looking further into it. It's just random shit. Like this kid will randomly come up, touch my fucking head, and I'll be sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's just random. And this is coming from a child who would, as of like 5 years ago, never come out of her room because of how shy she was. So for her to grow and be this comfortable in her skin in this short amount of time,
yeah,
I say is a good thing. But a lot of other people are going to look at it differently than how we look at it. You know what I mean? It's different. It's not really conventional to most families, but if it makes the kid comfortable, the kid's comfortable. If the kid's going to be a random kid, the kid's going to be a random kid. That's how I look at it. And I'm a big child myself. I will admit that I am.
So maybe it's easy to meet her in the middle if you feel
meet
like
her in the middle. Yeah, I meet her in the middle with a lot of things to understand her more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, counseling's good, but there's days to where, she's just a random kid. Like when this was done last night, just a random kid.
Okay, let me ask you another question. So this video that's on the screen right now, what was the motivation for you to restream Boober's video? Are you guys going at it, or like
No,
what's the deal?
We're not. We're
So
not going at it.
What was
that was because my daughter wanted to do this. And by the way, that nobody's holding that phone. It's just sitting up against something.
Okay. So
my daughter wanted her words out
night?
there, and I respected her wishes. The way she is old enough to have a voice in court, she is old enough to have a voice in certain situations, and that's how I look at it.
Okay, fair enough. So this was a video on Boober's last night.
Yeah, we were all at his house actually.
Jesus, cats, get off the crack.
Okay. Now, some of the stuff I ask is rhetorical. It's like I already know the answer to it. Is Mr. Boober, is he still sober and on the up and up and all that?
Yep, he's still on the up and up.
Well, good for him.
Well, listen, I was a bit uncomfortable because usually when we sit down and have conversations, there's always beer with us. This is now it's coffee and soda. You know what I mean? It's different from the dynamic that we used to have. We're not saying everything is gravy between us. It's just simple conversations.
Okay. And so
I do not hide things from my children. Layla, I believe I said your name correctly, hopefully. I don't hide anything from my children. That is why my setup is always in my living room.
God bless you, brother. I hope your health
Stay safe, Dolly. Get your health right, man.
Yeah, be good, Dolly. Thanks for stopping by.
Definitely. But like I said, I'm at that point to where, okay, our parents grow up, they tell us little white lies or whatnot. That's what parents do. I completely different with that. I will let my kids be involved in whatever, whenever, and I won't lie to them unless it's something severely serious. Then we won't discuss it in front of them. But most of the time I'm a loud person in general. They can hear me anyway. So when they come out, it's like, hey, Dad, what you're doing, and da-da-da. And, yeah, my daughter stands here. Both of them will sit here, listen, read. And, they're, like I said, if they're old enough to have an opinion in court, they're old enough to have an opinion in life.
Let me ask you this. Is there an expectation of privacy in your home?
Yes, we have privacy in my home. Lots of it.
Okay.
But the things about the door, okay? People keep running back to, I took their doors. Yes, by law I can. As long as they have somewhere to change and whatnot privately, it's not illegal to remove doors.
You took their door for over an hour.
I took their doors.
Because so the doors are not.
They want to slam them. They want to slam my door. They want to slam the door day in and day out with children upstairs. It pissed me off to where I said, "You're done. I'm taking them," and I took them.
So the doors are not on the hinges now as we speak.
No, they're on there. They've been on there for fucking Jesus.
You took the door for an hour.
They've been on there forever. I don't take them as long as I tell people I take them. I only take them for about an hour.
To make them realize, I need to stop slamming my door.
Yeah, I only take them for an hour.
Fair enough.
And as for the bed situation, my kids have beds. My daughter's got the 14-year-old's got a full size, and my 12-year-old has a fucking futon of all things. Because that's what she wanted.
Yeah, you like what you like, right?
What, dude? She has it to where the back of the futon that goes up and down to where that's facing outward instead of against the wall. Like, okay, you sleep the way you want to sleep. But my child loves to make blanket forts and sleep on blankets on the floor. I'm not going to tell her no. She has a full futon. She can use it any time. It's just how she likes to sleep and how she's comfortable.
Okay.
I mean, shit, I remember back in the day, I'd slam the front door. I had to sit there for fucking an hour opening and closing it until I stopped slamming the damn thing. So.
Okay. Well,
we are doing everything within legal parameters that we can for punishment for these children. They will sit there and throw a molecular fit if you take away their books and their toys more than if you would take away their electronics. These are children that did not have electronics until I came around.
What did I just say?
Okay. I guess I really just have one more question. You know, I think that you and I, you know, again, it's a rhetorical question. You know, some of the screaming, the hollering, the language, as it's aimed at the kids. Do you feel like they have the capability of understanding the boundaries, or that they may be receptive once they're older to allowing their partners to speak to them a certain way?
No.
You think they can compartmentalize it?
No, these kids give it back.
Okay.
Like they give it back bad.
Yeah.
These kids, like, yeah, granted, I know I go a little harsh with my words and I swear like a trucker. I know that. But like these kids know I'm not Willy Wonka. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is what it is. And when I get loud with them, I'm naturally loud, so I can talk to them normally, and it's going to sound like I'm yelling. And my 12-year-old is half deaf, so even with me being a loud person in general, I still have to raise my voice a bit for her to hear me.
Okay.
So it's one of those, it may seem like, okay, well, he's screaming and yelling. Not really all the time, I'm not.
I've got an eye on her.
Oh, that's okay.
Which one?
She's only been in there about 30 minutes. That's fine, babe. Okay, so, or wait, an hour and 30 minutes, excuse me.
Oh, shit.
So, okay. I guess when I sort of bring all what I know about the parenting, I understand the stuff with H, you didn't have a whole lot of input on, but you know, I think would it be fair to say that maybe H has some issues with boundaries as well?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know what his mother taught him throughout the time that she disappeared on me.
One last question, and I should have restructured that question differently. So I recall in the beginning, you had made the beginning of your entrance to the YouTube, you had claimed to have made, and maybe you did it on a live stream, correct me if I'm wrong, a call to the CPS in Kingsport, Rogersville area, Hawkins County CPS. Did you do it on a live stream?
Brooks has it, and I also posted what the email I got in return.
What was, if you can, and you feel okay about it, the content of that report was an allegation of essentially a statutory situation, right? Where
that and the pot and the alcohol.
So what changed in terms of your relationship with Candace to where it's an open market for her to come back around on your channel? How did you resolve that with her?
I just stopped talking about it, and I read the referral, and it was just archived. It didn't come back anything that was proven through legal system. So I went with the legal system. Not always the brightest idea, but hey, I mean, not
So
I
now
I did all the right things, talked to all the right people, and they still could not prove any of this to be true. So I had to go with what the legal system said.
But I think that we can all here agree that there have been times that have, I mean, many slews of times where cases where particular situations may have went and been found unfounded in the end. However, there in the future, very serious situations that happened that could have been thwarted.
All I can do is simply just wait for either one or the other to speak on it before I can act on it legally again. But he's also of age now, so it's on him on what he wants to do.
I only say that because on the internet we have a lot of people have hi Princess Puppy have such a short attention span, right? Where and I'll say it like Don B, for instance, right? Don B told me candidly, and I recorded it and it's on the internet. Mm-hmm. Don B told me candidly about a situation where he knew of his son, his stepson, who was 14 or 15, having went to a neighbor's house, helped her put some stuff in the attic, and then at which time she performed an act on him, and that he came home almost as a kid that was in shock. It's kind of the way that I interpreted it. The stepson comes home in shock, but Don B minimizes it because the neighbor was hot, right? So then it really blurred the boundary, but also it concealed a true sex offense against a boy, which in America, like if it's a woman, there's a different view for boys than there is girls, right? So it's like you can see it in film going back, like even in films, if you've ever seen like the old films where the 9th grader is just in love with her PE teacher or her science teacher, and then you see it portrayed in boys that have a thing for their English teacher, and there's all this inappropriateness, right?
Right. Back in the days when that type of thing was mainly aimed at men doing and not females. Yes, I get what you're saying. But so my thing is that I cannot legally do anything at this point unless he speaks on it or she does. And then given he is of age, it's on him to do the right thing and either turn her in or let it low. I do not have any control over whether that boy wants to do that. I am not currently talking to him.
So, and I know relationships with children, especially when they're,
he pissed me off.
Once they're on the, sort of on their own, on a dash, it happens sometimes. But
he said something very, very negative about his special needs brother, and he pissed me off, so I stopped talking to him.
Okay.
That's why I'm not talking to him, because I understand he's my son, but when it comes to my special needs son, watch your fucking language.
Let me ask you this before we close out. So did your fatherly instinct kick in with the scenario with Candace and H that made you feel like something went on? Or
I had a lot of people in my ear because I looked at those messages a million times, and I was like, it doesn't really seem like that out of the ordinary, but I look at things differently. So I had a few other people outside the box, a couple of my friends also go look at it, and they're like, it just seems like innocent banter. And then I'm like, and then I had a few other people saying, hey, look at it in this light instead of how you usually do. And yeah, a few of the things was way out of pocket.
Would it be so far out of the realm to understand that she's giving alcohol and marijuana.
From my understanding of that, Allison had no qualm with it.
But that doesn't matter, right?
But it does though, because I only had him for Tennessee Summers custody.
I mean legally, right?
Legally, if I would have known about it, I would have been the first one to call down there and say, "Yo, listen, check into this shit." But I did not know anything that was going on behind the scenes when he was in her custody.
Right. So here in
Texas, if I would have known, shit would have been done differently.
There's actually a law to where a parent or a guardian can actually buy an alcoholic beverage for a minor as long as they're being supervised and they're
within your own home. It has to be within your own home.
Well, no, you can be at a bar or you can be at a restaurant or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know, but I don't know any about that.
Yeah,
it's a TBAC code or
TABC code. It's a Texas Alcohol Commission code.
Well, now, see, up here, I only know about the one where it's in your own home.
Hey, Auntie Sherry.
Auntie Sherry.
But that still would not, that wouldn't involve Candace, right? So I guess, even though it's okay for you to have a different ideology about the way you want your son to be raised, it's okay to have a different ideology than Allie had, right? But so I guess like what I'm trying to process is that you were venomous about the ideal that maybe Candace had some sort of inappropriate relationship, but then even though the state tells you it's unfounded, well, you have to understand that at that time your son wasn't being truthful with you, and Candace hasn't been truthful in her whole life. So to me, I think that I would always harbor that as a potential, and that anyone that was involved in something that I believe something happened with my son, she's not allowed around me no more, whether it's digital or whether it's in the flesh. So, and I guess that's just more sort of proof of concept of a lot of this pedo behavior that's, unfortunately, let's just keep it real. The connotation of pedophilia that's around you, right? I mean, whether it's dark web stuff or this,
I don't have control over what other people do. I don't.
You don't. Not at all.
I mean, you can go through my I could go through my Facebook and point out at least, from back when I first got it booted up, and I could show you I could show you fucking where I used to tag certain people into it, and then it just dead stopped because I grew up with a lot of different types of people. Everybody has, and even a few of my close friends I don't talk to anymore because of their decisions. I could sit here and tell you now, my goddaughter's father is currently in jail for failure to register.
Wow. Okay, so there's a question here, and I'm just about done. We can wrap up. April here says, "Is there a boy missing that was last seen with Hunter?"
No.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Yep, I do, but no.
Can you tell me really quick?
There was a child Hunter used to hang out with that ran away. And my son told me about it while I was on the live. So I brought it up. I spoke on it real quick about it. And then I jumped off of that live and got a hold of my son. Well, no, that boy
with Hunter?
Yeah, this kid used to hang out with Hunter.
No. Was he last seen with Hunter before he went missing? Okay.
No, he just ran away from home.
Okay, fair enough.
It was a simple thing that we all went over, that got way blown out of fucking proportions. People are saying the kid's still missing. No, he's not. The kid's perfectly healthy, fine. He's an adult now.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean,
at this point, do you have any comments, questions, or concerns that you'd like to relay to me or ask me?
No, other than I'm hoping you're doing well. I mean,
I am doing fabulous. I just, my intent this afternoon was not to do this so as you felt.
No, you're good. You're good.
You had to come here, right?
It's always respect, and it's always respect and conversational. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. And listen, until somebody could show me the damn proof that Hunter was around this child when he left his home, I'm not going to believe it. Okay? I need to see the proof and not the bullshit. Because it's all this shit stemming around bullshit about the way this shit came out in my early stream days and the way his mother portrayed a lot of shit. 90% of the shit without facts is bullshit. So,
Okay.
and this shit with him stealing a fucking car, I want to see proof. Like they keep bringing up that Hunter did this, Hunter did that. Well, one, if he did all this, why the fuck didn't his mother turn him in? Two, if he did all this, I'm pretty sure I would have turned him in. Just show me the proof, or just stop bringing it up. It's not really that difficult.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah, I do.
It's been 4 years and still nobody is showing me the legit proof of any of these things happening.
Okay. Well, I think, Andrew, I appreciate you, bro. You've been, I feel like, very forthcoming. And, one thing, and it's the synonymous message as the other two streams that we've been involved in is that, I really hope that at some point, that the fur can stop flying, right? Because I think that
at one point it will, or I'm just gonna keep asking questions. I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, we've had phone calls that I'm not, one to fuck personally record because I'm not a backstabber like that, and text messages for years that I can produce on her that I don't because I'm not a piece of shit like that. But I got questions, and well, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Right. Well, Andrew, I do appreciate you, man, wholeheartedly. And hey, Genevieve, I hope that, again, like I hope that this can, that this can come to a close at some point, bro. Like it just,
in time.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, you enjoy the rest of your afternoon, sir. I do appreciate you coming over. And again, that was not my intent or motive. It was more to it wouldn't have lasted this long. I would have just
no, you're good, buddy. You're good. I mean, I did ask you. I did on my live ask what you meant by what that video anyway. So I'm glad we had a chance to discuss it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of here. I'm gonna go find something to munch. All right, later, brother.
All right, God bless. Well, I hope that there was a little understanding in that. You guys want a little rosy time too? What you know? All right, guys. Is there any comments, questions, concerns that you all have? Hey, little mama. Before she had a big head and a little body. Now she has a little body and a big head. I mean, a big body and a little head. Ow! Ouchie! You be nice. You be nice. Rosie, you're welcome, Texas lady. You are. Ow! She is a sock terrorist. Rosie girl. Ow! Anyways, guys, I think that hey, no. She is a golden retriever. She's a golden retriever terrorist. Yeah, I've got to go back to work here. She has a whole living room full of toys. She is just insatiable. I tell you what, everything is. I mean, she's. Everything goes in her mouth. She's just like a toddler. What are you doing? She did. Yeah, she's a big girl now. Hey, Miss Sherry. Yep, she's a real piece of work. Hey, you. Give me that. Anyways, ladies, I'm going to jump out of here. But before we do that, let me go ahead and I want to run down. Cher, thank you for your contribution and your question. Truth Hurts, thank you for your contribution. Fugitive Recovery, MGA, I sure appreciate you, baby. Thank you for becoming a member. Lori, thank you for becoming a member. Shelly Ann, she's a new member. Thank you. Mark T, woo! Thank you for becoming a member, sir. I sure appreciate you. Vampires Love, thank you for your contribution, Queen, as always. Oh, hold on one second. Is Nikki still here? Nikki, you still here? And then Crybaby Traders, thank you for your contribution, Queen. You know it means the world to me. Thank you, ladies, so much. Is Nikki still here? I didn't even see the comment. I was clearly away from the chat log. If you don't stop, quit that. I will. I'm sorry, Nick. Actually, let me. Thank you. Rumor has it. Thank you. She left. Oh man, hold on. Let me text her real quick. One momento. Thank you. I am still overwhelmed by the support of this community. Hey, Grubby Goat, good to see you. I didn't see you. Hey, Trisha. You mean the world to me. For real. Let's see. All right, cry baby. Say, I don't blame you, baby. I don't blame you at all. Amazing Grace. Thank you for joining us. If I didn't see you before. I'm going to give her just a few minutes here. I guess in closing, I don't know. Layla. Lila. You're welcome, Harley's World. You're welcome. I think that the takeaway from it all is that at some point, we definitely have to get away from. Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you so much. I'm still good at this. At some point, we have to get away from all of these things that involve children. We have to get away from them being the fodder or the kindling to an adult fire, right? Like we have to be able to get away from that. I missed you too, stitching and whoop. Was that your email? I haven't had a chance. Oh, Kaz, you ain't got to do that, baby. Say, you ain't got to do that, Kaz. You already know. Thank you, Kaz. Girl, if you don't stop. It is, but she did it when she saw what's her name leaving. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get to that after this. Actually, I'm gonna go straight to that. You want to be like me when you grow up? I'm a Toys R Us kid. I promise you don't want to be. I'm just playing. Thank you, Miss Kaz. I do appreciate it, and I hope that it stops being the fodder, and then I think that takes a back seat to what is in the forefront. And to me, what's in the forefront is that the ladies whom theoretically or allegedly, I guess is a better word, that those ladies feel at some point a sense of calm that that we're digging for the answers, and that, you know, their children, you know, weren't displayed anywheres, right? Thank you, Ruby. Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually spoke with Tiffany last night, and oh, she's at the store. Spoke with Tiffany last night, and everything is at this point going according to plan. And Friday is going to be a big day, so everybody keep TM and David in your prayers, and just know that she needs them and she appreciates them, right? She absolutely appreciates them. So and that's, you know, it's kind of that's the thing we talk about, right? When her and I talk, we talk about the power of prayer, faith, grace, all of those things, right? So she definitely knows who her Lord and Savior is, right? And that's a beautiful thing. So Nick isn't going to make it. She's at the store. Nicolina, I do apologize for not seeing the message. I just was away from, you know how it is. I ain't got to tell you. Anyways, I guess that's really it. I think that there's some information here to process. And again, the takeaway, I misspoke. The takeaway is that these ladies feel secure in the fact that their children aren't being utilized online for adult time, right? So, you know, and then that they, you know, that they could potentially. Who do we have here? How come it's not coming through? What's the deal here? I did. Who just? Yes. Thank you for your contribution, Queen. You know it means the world to me. Sincerely. Thank you so much. Bergen County, thank you. Thank you. And I see you in there. Like, I appreciate you. Right now, you know, it's, yeah, I just appreciate everybody's contributions. I truly do. Prayers work, Beverly. You're exactly right. And thank you, Mama Bear. Again, if I didn't finish that thought, is that, you know, these ladies deserve, it doesn't matter what you come to say on the internet or how other people perceive your behavior on the internet. That doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter if you're warring with this person or warring with that person. Your children aren't a part of it, right? And they should be left out of it, right? We're not, you know, we're not targeting each other's pets, right? So, like, why are we going to target each other's children, right? Like, let's move on, right? I said it before. Let's go back to, you know, I guess we would be forced and probably welcome if the community went back to body shaming or whatever the case is, right? Thank you, Crybaby. Thank you so much. Anyways, hey, Mary, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We're about to wrap up. So what is it? Hold on, I'm going to tell you. It is the is it the 421? Yeah, it's the 421. So thank you, Mama Bear. I've come a long way, super long way. And with that being said, I got a couple of emails to get to, and then I got to go to work, and then from work to AA. So yeah, we just got to stop with all the kids stuff. Enough is enough, right? It's not even a low blow. It just shows your level of intellect and level of hatred for someone else that you don't even know on the internet. And let me say this: a lot of times, thank you, Angel Eyes. A lot of times, let me tell you this: a lot of times people get venomous. Why? Because you tell the truth about them. Soon as you come on the internet telling the truth about somebody, boy, they're going to throw your kids in the cross. They're going to, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Come on here and lie about somebody, and it's just ha, 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 ha. Like they find a lie about themselves. They find those things funny. But when you tell the truth about somebody, now they're going to hold your children to the stake, right? That's the crazy part about all of this. It's like you can't see your own behavior. Like your behavior is telling me that all of this is true, right? So play your cards a little closer to your chest. Hoo-ah. Like do it. Do it, right? Don't let people know that the truth of you hurts you so bad you want to hurt somebody back, right? When the truth hurts, people go low. When they should go to church. If the truth hurts, go to church. Anyways, I love all of y'all individually. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. And if I get time after AA, which will probably be like around 8:30, may come on and talk about the Donna Serafina. I just refuse to put Reverend in there no more. And I won't get caught saying the other word. So we may come back tonight and we may cover the Sweetie Pie Low, Donna Serafina, menagerie of BS. If not, then I definitely will see you tomorrow, but I will keep you updated on a community post or even a short video. Anyways, I love all of y'all individually. Remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. God bless you all. Have a great day. Stay dangerous.